Todd Lebross. I'm the owner of Tanktown USA in Morganton, Georgia. It's my tank driving empire here. I've been open for 5 years now. This is the end of my 5th year of actually driving with people. Got the idea about 8 years ago. I saw another place in Europe doing it and decided I needed a little career change. It seemed like something cool to do, so take a shot and see what happens. It was one of those little news blurbs that said, "Guy makes money driving tanks." And I thought, you know, that's pretty cool. So I talked to my wife. Of course, she was a little hesitant, but I told her I wouldn't bug her for a month. She'd just go around and ask people what they thought if I opened a tank driving place. And at the end, she actually owns a yoga studio. And even the ladies at the yoga studio were like, "Oh my gosh, that sounds so awesome." So after a month, she came back, she said, "You should do it." And so I was off to the races after that. It took about 3 years to get set up with the insurance and the tanks over here. And then as soon as I opened up, yeah, kind of went from there. This is my previous career. I worked on big commercial cargo ships, and I worked in the engine room on those, so I was always around big equipment or working with big equipment. So the mechanical part I wasn't too worried about, and that was kind of my training for working on these things. So the way that the word got out once I had everything started up, I opened in April of 2013 and literally sat out here for a couple of weeks. No one knew what I was up to, and they sent out a reporter from the AJC, and he did a great article. I couldn't believe they did it. It was the Saturday edition, the whole front cover of the living section, and by 10 o'clock my phone was ringing off the hook, and it just it went from there. And then luckily enough, the AP picked up the article, and it went to something like 200 and something other papers around the country. The more people come out, the more people want to come out, you know, that know them. So it's really worked good. You know, I've gotten all the things that I do for customers out here have come from other customers before. So I had a couple from California. They flew out. The wife, it was actually a cancer survivor, and so she flew out with her husband. They crushed a car. But before that, she said, "Oh, listen, I brought these spray cans. I wanted to put something about beating cancer." You know, and they had a great time painting it up. You know, they totally got into it. So I started buying spray cans, and you know, kind of the same thing with a sledgehammer. I happened to have a sledgehammer laying out there one day, and someone was like, "Hey, you mind if I, you know, hit a window with this?" "Yeah, okay, that sounds good." And they had such a good time. The reason I added the machine guns is most people haven't shot a machine gun like that, so it's just fun. It's pretty cool. You know, it goes with what we're doing. So it's not for serious shooters. You know, it's just for people like the guys that came out today. You make it go bang. You know, everyone has a big smile, and I've driven with customers now about 3,500 miles out here, and then we've crushed about 1,000 cars. So, you know, we'll just keep on going, I guess, till they quit running. It's very fulfilling if you have to work with the general public. I mean, you can't really beat this. Everyone always seems to leave happy, so you know, it's good for me. You know, I enjoy it as well. So it makes it nice when people enjoy what you're offering them.